Step onto the explosive, blood-soaked front line of a warrior's absolute vengeance, where the rules of engagement are utterly shredded, and those who weaponized the system are about to learn what happens when you leave a lethal predator with absolutely nothing left to lose. In the Terminal List by former Navy SEAL Jack Carr, the high-octane, critically acclaimed debut that launched a massive global franchise, we follow Lieutenant Commander James Reece, a hardened Navy SEAL commander whose entire world violently implodes during his final deployment. When his entire team is wiped out in a catastrophic, highly suspicious ambush in Afghanistan, Reece returns home as the sole survivor, plagued by fractured memories and a devastating medical diagnosis, only to face the unthinkable when his beloved wife and young daughter are brutally assassinated in their own home. Realizing that the tragic ambush and the slaughter of his family were not random acts of wartime violence, but a meticulously coordinated domestic cover-up orchestrated by the highest echelons of the American government, Reece channels his blinding grief into pure, calculated tactical fury, rooting out a deeply entrenched conspiracy that stretches from corrupt military commanders and multi-billion-dollar pharmaceutical conglomerates to the vaulted corridors of the Pentagon itself. Reece pulls a heavily creased sheet of paper from his gear and drafts a literal terminal list containing the names of every individual complicit in the murder of his men and family. Utilizing his decades of elite special operations training, expert sniper marksmanship, and terrifyingly brutal guerrilla warfare tactics, Reece transforms himself into a one-man army, systematically hunting down his targets across the globe with remorseless precision. Aided by his fiercely loyal investigative journalist ally Katie Baranek and his former SEAL brother-in-arms Ben Edwards, Reece navigates a high-stakes gauntlet of tactical firefights, bone-snapping close-quarters combat, and intense psychological warfare, knowing that every name crossed off brings him one step closer to the inevitable, suicidal end of his own mission. Blending terrifyingly authentic military tradecraft with a relentless, breakneck narrative pace, this definitive revenge thriller delivers a heart-pounding, visceral auditory experience that will keep audiobook listeners pinned to their seats and completely breathless until the final explosive round is fired.